There's a lawsuit going on, speaking of which, from a woman named Kimberly McCormick. And, well, she's trying to do a lawsuit. I'm not sure if she'll be successful. She tried to get a cheap surgery in Mexico, which I guess happened.
What do they call that?
Medical tourism.
That's it.
I just read it.
It's huge.
Yeah. And her woman's name is Kimberly McCormick. She's from California. And she went to this facility 6 years ago to do a weight loss procedure. She had the either lap band or gastric bypass at this procedure and lost a ton of weight. Now she went back 6 years later because she wanted to tighten some skin up, okay? Because she's lost that kind of weight.
Sure.
She woke up with a full breast implant and said, I never asked for this. And then they charged her for it.
But when I woke up, my chest was really sore. And I went and I just started bawling. And she said, well, yeah, you told him you wanted a full C. I said, no, I would never say that. Not ever.
She said you wanted full C. I wonder if she was saying C like yes. You know, she's in Mexico. Am I wrong? I don't know that.
She's not
I
fluent.
don't know that. And she said,
risky language,
C. And they gave her a full C cup. And so she says she starts feeling her chest because it was so sore. And then she was laying on her back, of course, and she said, well, something doesn't feel right. They also gave her a Brazilian butt lift.
What?
Which she never asked for.
Well, you're welcome. Take this back to America.
But they charged her for it. They said, you have to pay. And she said, well, I'm not paying for this.
We had to put that extra skin somewhere.
It's in your butt.
So they
It's in your butt and your boobies.
They gave her a full C on breast implant.
Right on.
That she never asked for. And she's emotional about this. And her daughter was there with her. And they said, well, either you're going to pay or we're going to throw you in jail.
She says, well, you don't have to pay, but we can have you put in prison.
Yep.
I can't go to prison with 500 stitches.
You're going to
No,
put
lie like that.
no, in a Mexican
prison
with 500 stitches. And her daughter says, well, they whisked her away from me and said, we're not going to let you two get back together until you pay. And so she's like, where my mother? Where is she?
That's a hostage, yeah.
Then they followed them to a hotel, got the payment, and drove them across the border to San Diego and dropped them. And that's the last the Mexican hospital saw of them. They went to a hospital in San Diego, and the woman there that you just heard said, well, Kimberly McCormick said, I guess I'm lucky to be here. They gave her antibiotics.
I'm lucky that the damage isn't any worse, although I am looking at another surgery now because the implants that they put in are so big, I don't have enough skin to enclose them. So they're not they're not healing.
You get that? They can't stretch the skin enough. So does she have a lawsuit, or is it buyer beware if you go to Mexico for this?
How?
Yeah. What do you do?
Are you going to go back and fight them in Mexican court?
What? There's got to be some sort of paper trail, right?
Yeah, well, you'd think she signed something saying, I want these breast implants.
She's done it before. I mean, it's not like she's unfamiliar with the system, their system.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I don't know. It all sounds like it's kind of underground stuff, doesn't it?
Well, it sure
I
does.
mean, do they have a medical community there that's
well, that's the whole thing. You
got
take
an AMA?
Exactly.
You take your health in
Yeah.
your
Garage?
hands. Well, no, I think it's a hospital, but when you go there, you really take your risk because, of course, it's a tenth of the price, and you don't have to have insurance and all that stuff, and you can get it done, but you don't know what you're getting.
You can sue, but I bet in Mexican law you're out of luck.
She says, beware. Do not do this. Do not
course
go to
not.
Mexico to get. And she says, I don't care how enticing it looks or how good the price is. Don't go to Mexico.
I don't think it's going to stop anybody.
You don't.
No,
may
I mean,
not
if you
stop
want that
people.
sort of surgery and you've got limited means, that's where you're going to go.
Man, but she's not the first horror story to come out of there.
You're right.
To do that kind of stuff.
You learn a hard lesson that way.
Public health experts say the best advice is to get a lot of information on the quality of care, the practitioner training, and the structure of what they do before you go down there. You just kind of go sight unseen. Of course, she'd had success before. The first surgery went well, and she had lost a bunch of weight.
Yeah, if it works once.
That's
no
tough.
guarantees.
I do feel bad for that woman, though. I
Too, but she's gonna have to pay now to get it fixed in America.
Yeah, she is. And now
premium prices.
And now it's going to cost a lot
American
of money,
prices.
and she won't have the insurance and all that. And I don't know.
Insurance wouldn't cover this.
They won't cover. Well, don't get you started on insurance, boy.
Because it's all
It's
elective.
all elective.
Yeah, it's an elective.
That's why she
surgery.
went down there.
But she didn't ask for the surgeries that she got.
That's right. She says, but the nurse says, yes, you did. You said you wanted a C cup. I think it's a language barrier.
See,
It can't be.
I think she said the word "see," and they
I
took
bet
it
she didn't speak a drop of Spanish.
right, except for "see."
See.
Right. That's all she can say.
See what happens when you try to show off?
She can say.
Mom, anytime they ask a pregunta,
That's right.
see.
That's right.
I want every white person to remember that.
That's right.
Next time they go in a Mexican restaurant, want to get fancy. More chips? See?
My cousin Kay, the last time we were at a Mexican restaurant, she said, "Un poquito agua, por favor." I was like, all right, Kay.
Middle-aged
All
white
right,
people
Gracias,
can't help
amigo.
themselves.
All right.
Just
Kay.
ask for water. I've lived here. I was born
already.
here.
That's enough. Okay, we're on Battleground Avenue. You don't need to. Okay, I don't. We're at a place called La Hacienda. I don't think you need to be ordering like
I'll
that.
have the pollo.
Pollo rosita.
Arroz con
Arroz con pollo, por favor.
Okay.
I'll have the Speedy Gonzalez.
Okay. All right. That's enough.
My daughter had a friend that worked at one of those restaurants in high school, and she worked there. And she says, "Why are you working there?" She says, "I guess I just look the part." She says, "Yeah, but you're Vietnamese."
Well, that's really that's not right.
Who's getting taken for a ride here?
I don't care for that. Is it Jim Gaffigan who talks about ordering the Mexican food?
My favorite food is Mexican food. I used to be a waiter in a Mexican restaurant in Indiana, and that's where you go for Mexican. Mexican food's great, but it's essentially all the same ingredients, so you'd always have to, as a waiter, you'd have to deal with these stupid questions. People be like, "What is nachos?" Nachos? It's tortilla with cheese, meat, or vegetables. Oh, well then what is a burrito? Tortilla with cheese, meat, or vegetables. Well then what is a tostada? Tortilla with cheese, meat, or vegetables. Well then what is, look, it's all the same. Why don't you say a Spanish word and I'll bring you something? Mexican food is great, but it is all the same. It's almost a conspiracy. It's almost like they had a meeting 200 years ago in Mexico City, and one guy stood up, he was like, "Hey, look, the reason I got everyone here is pretty simple. I figured we could rename this one entree 7 times and sell it to the North Americans." The French said it would be a good idea.
Sadly, he's right.